Good afternoon, freedom fighters. It is 3:06 p.m. East Coast time, May 21st, 2026. They're back. The super tankers that continuously pumps material into the Pacific Ocean that is not normal shipping. We do not change course. We do not pump out any kind of smoke with our vessels unless it is broken. It's nothing to do with temperatures. But there's actually quite a few of them. But I found something very interesting on Ship Tracker. I don't believe all of those vessels' transponders are on. Some of these vessels are a long ways from their port, moving 12 knots. Here's another one, still a long ways from their port at 18 knots. But look at these two right here. 9 minutes ago, 1.7 knots out in the middle of the ocean. What are they doing? It also says they're already at their port. I mean, within a few miles. Same thing with this one. Shoot, these are cargo tankers. LPG is usually natural gas, but I'm not really sure what these guys are truly doing. They're both going to Canada. This one here says it's already there too, but moving 1.8 knots. Why are they going so slow? Let's see where this one's coming from and going. It is going to Canada, up in a very tight area here. It is coming from China, from the Yellow Sea in China, so it's a Chinese vessel. But what are they doing? Let's look at the other one. All right, 1.8 knots. It it also left China, and it is also going to Canada. A little different location. So what are we witnessing here? I want to go over some of the very large operations of these shipping that I have seen in the past 12 months. Just to show that it's not natural. Here is the normal ship traffic through the Aleutian Islands. Most of them is cargo, just general cargo, moving at 10 knots. Okay, that is not. Why would you do that? I don't make any sense. But I want to show you a video that I created from last year around this time that's in the Bering Sea, that this whole entire thing is full of ships here. I gotta get a mouse pad. This thing's not working good on the table. Sorry about that. But check out this video. Look how many ships are going, cutting through the islands, pumping out smoke, doing hard turns. This is a shipping geoengineering operation. It was quite large. I'm gonna let it play a little bit. This is from April of last year, I believe. Today I want to review the very heavy manipulation. It was from March of last year, so a little over a year ago. Manipulation of with ships, super tankers off Alaska. There is no reason for ships to be going out here and making hard left turns or hard to port turns. I can only imagine what the native people of these islands, which is very, very few people out here, very few. Most of these islands are actually uninhabited, but there's a couple little villages. Can only imagine what they must have thought about these ships going through their islands. These are natural wakes. You'll see ripples that is not natural whatsoever. They're more for machines. This is this one HD photo. They continue through the day. I want to go back to this time period. Dozens of ships spraying. This is the key, my friends. They can call it condensation from these aircraft all they want, but there's no reason for ships to be spraying our oceans, creating hurricanes in the Gulf of Mexico with these type ships as well. April 1st, the real New Year. Who would ever think New Year's is in the middle of winter? April 1st is the New Year. Winter ends March 21st, spring begins. That should be the New Year if you want to do the spring equinox. Anybody understand the planet? All right, glitchy. You talking about glitchy today? My stuff is very glitchy. Wow. All that was going on above it. Look what's going on below it at the same time. Major operations taking place here, my friends. We are in trouble. There's a reason I'm not going to Alaska besides my arthritis. I'm scared for my family here. I cannot leave them this year. I cannot lose someone else while I'm in Alaska. Last year I lost my girlfriend there. I felt like I failed her. I should have been here with her. Even though it's not true and I can't feel that way, but I just wish I was here for her. But these people are evil, my friends. Billions of dollars a year being spent on this while they rob us of our food, money. $18 a pound for beef. I used to pay for $8 a pound. Let's go live. This is March 29th at 10 p.m. our time. Dark in the East Coast while it's daylight in Alaska this time of year. I want to show you how this progresses. Through the 30th, we didn't see much activity, and maybe under the cloud cover. You can see the machine ripples that are not natural island wakes. Push the material south, but you're about to see the ships come in play. They come in play on the 31st, I believe. No ship activity still. That's why I started so far back. Now you can see all the ships are releasing. Let's zoom back because you've seen all the activity here. I want to show you when they start. Hourly. We're going hourly through Zoom Earth. As daybreak, you can see all the ships is taking place. Cloud cover hiding the ones to the south. I wanted to show this days ago, my friends, but this really turns my stomach having to show this because it's evil. The evil stuff that is taking place on our planet while the media lies to you about everything. And these weather bills that our news people are reporting on in Florida, they're acting like it hasn't happened yet. They don't talk about the giant elephant in the sky of all these lines. April 1st now, New Year's Day. Let's say the facts. This would be the original New Year's. Maybe that's where we get April Fool. Joe brought that to my attention. I believe he's correct, my buddy Joe. Spraying continues through the second. There was a large amount. Whoa, go back. There was lots of aircraft spraying through this same identical time. You can kind of see hints of that. They were up here to the north. Okay, my friends, let's move on to another very large operation I have captured. And the evil that is taking place now. The beef used to be 18 something, now is $23 a pound. The same as that beef, most likely from Argentina. instead of America. But moving on. Okay, this is one of the largest aircraft stratospheric aerosol injection I ever witnessed. It covers the entire southeast United States and the Gulf and the Atlantic. It has to be hundreds of aircraft. It is one of the largest I've ever seen. And after this, I'm going to show you a very heavy fallout offshore, about 8 or 9 miles or 5, 6 miles offshore shrimping, where we usually have no particles in our light, but it was very heavy from this type of operation. But the audio is not very good. I hadn't had a mic at the time. But very incredibly disgusting what they're getting away with and lying to the public with every breath.
Good morning, guys. A little after 9:30, October 22nd. I thought yesterday's chemtrail event was incredible, but it has nothing on to what they are doing today over Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and the Gulf of Mexico, and the Atlantic Ocean as well. All these are individual aircraft lines. How many millions of dollars is going into this operation this week? Each one of these lines are individual aircraft lines. Each single line is a individual aircraft line. I want y'all to realize what they are doing. When I step outside, it's nothing but lines in the sky at the moment. This is live. The largest chemtrail operation I've ever seen over my state of Florida and my Gulf of Mexico and my Atlantic Ocean. I fish all the oceans. I fish the Bering Sea, Bristol Bay, Atlantic Ocean, Gulf of Alaska, North Pacific. I fish all over. I've never seen what they're doing, guys. This is incredible. I hadn't even put it into motion yet, or infrared it, or anything. I mean, it's what they're doing is all artificial clouds. These are not commercial aircraft. These are not Cessnas with flares. These are U.S. military aircrafts and some paid commercial aircraft as well, but they're working for the program. These are not natural. Nothing natural about what is going on. We do not have 100,000 aircraft in the sky over Florida. What are they doing? Never seen nothing like it, guys. Let's put it in motion here. I'm surprised they're not running into each other up there. The visibles really shows that's the sun shining.
Okay, I'm sorry the audio is so bad, but this was over 2 years ago. Truly evil what they are getting away with. I don't know what else to say about it. I just want to show you some of the largest operations I've captured, and there I have way more, but we just break down some of the main ones here. Let's move to the fallout video that this type of operations create. Before we get to the chemtrail fallout video, I want to go over a very distinct storm being created over Oklahoma with multiple direct energy weapons, microwave energy weapons, creating a storm. Undeniable that this energy is creating these storms. Good evening, freedom fighters. It is 10:32 p.m. East Coast time, September 24th, 2024. As you can see, very powerful direct energy beams creating a storm in Oklahoma. Thank you very much for the reload. Stand by. Wasn't ready for the reload, but it does it automatically. Stand by. Let me reset this. Okay, undeniable, but that this storm is being hit by beams from 3 different locations and 3 different NEXRAD radar systems. I showed everybody the one in my river that has a direct energy weapon, is what I call it, and a NEXRAD next to each other at my river. Stand by, I want to run this through, and then I want to show you what I filmed at my river. Then I want to show you everything I see at this moment and the man-made hurricane. All right, I think it'll work this way. Let's go back to when it started. Gonna refresh again in 3 minutes. Yes, it does work this way. Okay. All right, you can see beams already taking place. I'll move my cursor out of the way. It keeps lightning over and over again. They said 1 trillion watt lasers, they can light these storms and cause lightning. See that? Right there too. Right here's, this one's coming from this NEXRAD, and the other one's getting beamed from this NEXRAD in the neighboring state, unless there's one closer, maybe. It looks like it's coming from right there. That one's definitely coming from here. There's another beam coming from here. No denying that these machines are not creating this storm in Oklahoma. I've been silenced on every platform. My best friend since I was 10 years old, there's another one coming out of the neighboring state to the east, also attacking this rainstorm. My friend, since we were 10 years old, he's been following me on Twitter. He's like, I haven't seen you in a long time. I said, I make 3 videos a day. I just told somebody I was a warrior. But you can see how many directions. Now, these storms are getting hit by another laser beam. Multiple laser beams. Multiple laser beams. Now we're getting hit from all kinds of machines. Very distinct what they're doing. All different kinds of directions. I'm going to put it in play here in a minute, but you can really see. Let me see if I can just put it in play and let it loop. They amplified the atmosphere with it, energize it. They already sprayed the material out. I'm going to show you a huge chemtrail operation right here as well. I know I'm risking my life bringing y'all this. And if I go silent, it's not because I wanted to. But they are very dangerous people that's doing this beyond our comprehension of what they will do to you to shut you up. They can level my whole town if they want to. That's how dangerous this is. Stand by for today's toxic chemtrail operation. First, we're going to start off in Colorado at 12:35 p.m. Okay, my friends, they created they need the aluminum, barium, and strontium for the machine to work. Let's move on to the fallout out in the Gulf of America, Mexico. Coast Guard hasn't changed it yet, so I kind of got to still call it Gulf of Mexico. But they only changed the name of the Gulf to destroy all the laws that protected it no longer exist, so none of the laws protect it. Pretty ingenious lunatics. This one here is from a year ago, and this is part 2 of a night of fallout. But I share it quite often, and you can see it. Just grab a flashlight on a spray day. You can see it for yourself. It's only 1 minute and 30 seconds. Thank you, warriors, that's still standing with me here. Hey guys, I want to make a second video of the dust particles. The wind, here, let me get it right. The wind's really blowing now. But look how much dust particles I am breathing in, even with the high wind. Absolutely incredible what is blowing by the boat right now. Heavy south wind right now. And it's still solid dust particles in the air. Has nothing to do with any industry. No industry out here. We're in the Gulf of Mexico. They're poisoning me, guys. All of us, not just me. Florida was heavily chemtrailed today. Heavily chemtrailed in Florida. Louisiana was heavily chemtrailed yesterday. They're poisoning us, guys. This is chemtrail fallout in the Gulf of Mexico. I am 5 nautical miles now from Chassahowiska, Florida. There's no industry inshore. It is 30,000 acres of cypress swamp. They're killing me, guys. Standing by. You can really see how heavily reflective the material is. Little tiny particles here. Highly reflective, though. That's the aluminum. Really sad what they're getting away with, to say the least. And they are killing us all life. I see very few birds compared to my youth. All of our fish, I just seen a thing out of Texas where the fish are dying. Insects are near nothing compared to my youth. The list goes on. The trees are dying like I've never seen before. And even in Alaska, something has made the trees weak, where beetles that used to not be there is just leveling the spruce. Go to live. We're on NEXRAD radar satellite. My friend just told me there's a really heavy storm in North Georgia where she lives. There it is right there. Lots of energizing of the atmosphere, like I just showed in Oklahoma from 2 years ago or so. I think that video might have been from, I forgot now. But you can see the same pulsating. I was calling it lasers because they talk about creating storms with lasers, but also microwave, direct energy microwave technology, as I showed in my previous video. Direct energy weapons, such as high energy lasers and microwaves. Military invests roughly $1 billion annually to DEWs, direct energy weapons, lasers, and microwave systems. And I really believe that's what a lot of these domes have inside them. They could put anything in these domes, you know, just fiberglass domes that we think is NEXRADs. Also, the one beside my river has something special next to it that looks very unusual. This weather machine was just put up since their pandemic. Thank you, Warriors, at 24 minutes. Just trying to show you everything I can put into one video here of all the incredible things I've seen and their stuff. But this machine on the left here is not normal. I've never seen anything like it. I think it is the direct energy weapon. Sometimes you can see you got your NEXRADs and then their beams coming out beside it, and I think it's these things. But check this out. Hopefully my thing was still working. It just said disconnected in my ear, so I don't know if the audio is working there for me. Sorry, you got a couple overlays of audio here. I recorded this one a few days ago. Glitch. Yeah, I'll bump it up to where it's working. Small question. Doppler radar or weather controlling device? Okay,
This machine is turned away from us right now, but it looks like something out of Star Wars. All of these machines are telescopic. You can just see one of, there's about 4 or 5 of these. This dome can house different technologies because it's just a fiberglass dome. They're putting up technologies to control our weather. Truly insane people. God, I wish it wasn't true. Direct energy weapon, what's that? Boat spinning, a little hard to stay on it. And what's that next to that? The boat loves spinning all the way around, don't you? And it is connected to that. Unlimited power. Unlimited power to a device that no one seems to know who put on the property that works there. I want y'all to understand that. My buddy just told me he knows people that works there at the power plant, and they have no idea who put this stuff out here, or they're not allowed to speak of it. What do y'all think? Weather controlling devices, or for just seeing the rain. They seem to put them up everywhere. There's been a couple chemtrails or condensation trails, but not too much today. Very beautiful. I hope that's coming out. It's quite the glare. Beautiful morning. Standing by. I truly miss my life as a fisherman. I sold my boat trying to get my captain's license. Government's been shut down for 65 days, 66 days now.
Yep, back to live here. Yeah, they were shut down for 75 days. I just got an email recently says that my license is going to the next stage. Everything cleared. Some professional overlook. I have to look over it again. Well, my friends, I really don't know what to do from here. I know they put up incredible technologies. These giant cell phone towers that I see all across Florida is not for cell phones. We see them ping and all. I can just keep going with that kind of evidence. Maybe I'll show you that. Watch. Okay, I want to show you. I even have more that's in Florida, but this is like the entire southeast. These little things here are cell phone towers. See how they're all pinging there? I don't know if y'all realize that, but that is the cell phone towers activating for some reason to create this weather system, maybe. And I've never seen storms how they burn off like that. It's just so weird. But you can see all the big cell phone towers are pinging, and I got it doing it in Florida and different places. But we have so much evidence of what they are doing, it's not funny. Not only do we have visual evidence, we also have the U.S. patents, weather controlling satellites, weather controlling NEXRADs, and I believe these represent cell phone towers. And I just showed you one of these at my power plant, same as this, weather controlling satellites. Active status. Seating system, talking about aircraft. I would imagine these would be aircraft seating systems. Talking about vehicles with this technology, which we have seen. we could literally go to court with this video, but they're all in on it. Most of these government officials, they got so much dirt on them where they've been to the island. That's how they have so much control over Trump right now, because he's been to the island many a times. It's just disgusting to me, the truth that I can see and how we're being distracted. While they poison our oceans. This is live. See another one coming in play there. Burn us down with fires. Major fires taking place. 16,000 acres, zero contained. I would imagine we're over 2 million acres now. How can that island have 17,000 acre fire? Were they just gonna burn the whole island down? That don't even make sense. And Canada's got a couple going now. And these prescribed fires are just as bad. We'll light our whole world on fire, and if they tell us to, light it on fire, you got to burn it. 32,000 acres. All right, my friends, I'm going to let you go. We just passed 30 minutes. That reminds me of chemtrail operations there. Definitely a line there. I've done all I can do. I've just tried. I'm curious what the next hurricane system is going to be like that they create, where it's going to hit. 2 years ago, they attacked the entire Gulf Coast. Last year, it was Mexico's turn, which is rare to get them over here, but it was hurricane after hurricane. 38,000 acres. 14. Never see much in Argentina. That's where they moved their families to be safe during World War II. They built entire cities for the German families, the Nazi German families. I've shared that video a few times. Large parts of China is on fire. I could keep going, but I'm not. Commercial fishermen standing by. Thank you for your time and understand why I make these videos. We are dealing with complete lunatics. Mad scientist is a real term. Gold fever is a real disease. Control is a disease. They're controlled. They want the control is about everything. I'm going to leave you with a small clip here. Stand by for 1 second. I should have threw it in there. I found this full video. It's almost 2 hours long. I'll put it in the links as well. But this guy here, Truth Bro, I'll put his link to this video. But he don't really say anything, but he shows some very interesting clips. But it's 1 minute long. Then I'm gonna peace out. But check this out. They just speak the truth. It's from 1993.
They want to enslave your child, your wife, your mother. There isn't anything that you ever had. There isn't anything that you own. There isn't any right that you possess that they're not planning on taking away. Sheep. Your sheep and your children are going to be slaughtered if you go along with the program. It's time to wake the town and tell the sheeple. We're being led like sheep to the slaughter. What is the purpose? A new world order. The United States of America is controlled by this evil army. They control the money system. They control the State Department. They control the presidency.
So they have a plan to give us a new age world, global, occultic religion. They're going to have been deceived so greatly that they'll actually think it's something good. In fact, the whole New Age movement, the New World Order crowd is telling people that the 666 mark of the beast is the most elite thing that could ever happen to them.
No cash. Cashless society. It's ready to go. Disease could be created. In essence, this is what he was saying.
We have new strains of virtually everything that's drug resistant or drug.
I'm not worried about the old diseases. I'm worried about the ones that they create to bring down the population of the world. They simply want to exterminate them. But that they consider them to be useless eaters.
Words are very important to the Illuminati. These things are manufactured purposely for a purpose. And so I'm saying that there is something organized and directed, and it's here in this country.
Future shocker, biochip. And this is what Anthony showed you earlier, a biochip. That's an injectable computer chip, an economic mark in the back of our right hands or in our forehead.
Information from 1993 is pretty amazing. That's exactly what's going on. Everybody be safe in these incredible storms that they're going to create this year, whether it's fire, wind, hurricanes, tornadoes. I'm not sure how many tornadoes was created last night, but it's been unreal this week. Commercial fishermen standing by. Thank you for your time. Commercial fishermen out.